We're about 35 movies in the Godzilla franchise, let's say.
Godzilla, king of monsters.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah, I tweeted this morning that you were coming in, and there's this special little custom-made Godzilla on Twitter for it and all, so it's obviously been talked about a lot online.
Well, the very fact that they're still making films about Godzilla, I think started in the 50s.
Very earliest, yeah.
Shows you, the attraction of Godzilla. But this latest incarnation of Godzilla, I'll just say, let me say, if the Green Party was a film, it would be Godzilla.
Okay.
Green Party people
because
listening.
there's an awful lot of, it's meant to be a compliment. It's not that you're all big monstrous people, but there's an awful lot about ecology and what we've done to the planet and all of that kind of thing. That's what I meant by that. Don't come at me, Greens.
So there is a serious message behind all this monsteriness.
Whereas, like in the past, Godzilla used to be somebody who just, back in the 50s, I think it was like atomic bombs or something created Godzilla.
Versus King Kong.
He would come in, like tramp around the place and just stomp on everybody, and there was no character development of Godzilla, shall we say? And then in later times, it was just there was Godzilla, minding its own business, and then somebody came along and interrupted and really annoyed him, and then he came and stomped on everybody. But this latest incarnation, and I think the last one was 2014, has more of an evolved Godzilla.
Okay,
I don't know why I'm laughing.
He likes watching primetime and, going on long walks on the beach. Or
he probably meditates when he's not rampaging, let's face
Reading
it.
the Irish Times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we listen to a little trailer.
This should be good, whatever trailer you managed to get.
It took me a while.
What we are witnessing here is the return of Titans.
How many of these things are there?
17 and counting.
That's messed up.
They're moving like a pack. They're hunting. They all respond directly to an alpha. We stop this Ghidorah. We stop them all.
Is there another creature that might stand a chance against him?
My God. Zilla.
Our planet will perish. And so will we. Unless we set Godzilla free.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's bring him in for a beer. No, this time we join the fight.
I wonder, does WRH have a university hospital have a plan for this if it ever happens?
An emergency plan in case we ever get attacked by Godzilla.
And I saw on the trailer Kyle Chandler there. There's some big names in this
Kyle
movie.
Chandler's in it. Ken Watanabe, he was in the last one as well. The fella whose name escapes me now. I'm not having a good morning when it comes to names, but he was in The West Wing. Bradley. He was
Bradley Cooper? No. I'll Google it here. You chat away.
Yeah, you chat away. But he's funny in it. And it's also Millie Bobby Brown's first feature film, surprisingly enough. She's the 11 in Stranger Things, if you've watched that. And she's very, very good in it. She plays Kyle Chandler's daughter. She's super talented.
Bradley Whitford.
Yes, him. And he's in this as well, and he kind of provides all the sort of wisecracks.
Did I see someone from Game of Thrones in it? Did I see?
You saw. That's another thing.
Sir Davos.
I was kind of lucky because I'm always talking about Game of Thrones, so I said I'm going to try and not talk about it, but I can't. If you go and see this, you will be looking at this going, am I in King's Landing? Because there are parts in it that, and I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to ruin it for people, but one of the monsters will remind you, let's just say, a combination of things that was going on in Knots Landing. Charles Dance is in it. He's Tywin Lannister, and he's just Tywin Lannister in he's kind of an eco-terrorist, and he's part of it as well. But he's just the same in everything.
Yeah,
so it's
quite simply.
There are parts of it you'll be thinking, oh, they're still doing that in King's Landing, are they?
Special effects good.
The special effects are very good, and it's the thing about it is what they've done is what they're doing is they're setting this up for Godzilla versus King Kong.
Right.
Because they reference Kong in this.
They do.
several times. But he never shows up to this particular party. But that's coming out in 2020. We're going to have, and I don't know who to root for there. I don't like. They better band together by the end of
It's like Spurs versus Liverpool, Maria.
I'll take your word for that. But I just. There's these titans. Now, obviously, people who are into this genre and the whole Godzilla thing will know who Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Rodan are. I hadn't a clue because I'm not.
That invested in it.
Yeah, it's a bit like if you're going to see a Marvel film and you don't know who the characters are.
That is a comic book thing as well.
But they tend to announce them, like somebody will look off in the distance and go, Mothra. And then you go, oh, this is a moment.
Useful.
Like this is obviously, everybody's meant to know who Mothra is. Mothra is actually Godzilla's girlfriend, for want of a better word, in case you're interested. It's a very loud film. My problem with it is, and it's always been a problem for me with Godzilla, is
You were scared?
I think it's because of Godzilla's origins. There was two ways of doing that kind of animation back in the day. Like you could either get a lizard and kind of stick things on it and make it look, and have little models.
Do the far away thing from Father Ted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you could get, like King Kong, like stop motion thing and move it along every now and then, where you could see the finger marks on the original King Kong. You could do it that way. Or you could put a man in a suit, which is what they did for Godzilla. And he still looks like a man in a suit. He's kind of the least believable of all of the titans that are in this film. But that aside, they're stuck with what he looks like now. They can't really change it. They've tweaked him a little bit, but it's just hugely enjoyable. It's everybody in it is good. Everybody in it is getting involved in it, and if that's your kind of film. If it's not your kind of film, you won't even. Once I said Godzilla, you were gone.
That's it. Leave your brain at the door.
Exactly. But what it is, they do it very well.
What's it like lengthwise? Because I have an issue with a lot of these kind of movies that they're too long.
It's kind of over. I think it's over 2 hours.
Yeah. Sometimes I think they need a good edit. That there's no need for these movies.
I didn't find it dragged now, I have to say. But it's kind of weird pacing in that fairly early on you're looking at something that you think this should be the finale, surely. And it's not. And then it's pretty relentless in terms of its pace. There's not much downtime in this where people are actually talking, I'll put it to you that way. But when they do, it's good.
All right.
So, yeah.
Good stuff.
It's called Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Yes. Thank you to you, Maria, and Odeon Cinema, and it's out in cinemas at the moment.
Thanks, Maria.